the birds chirping, man. It's the birds chirping. Luckily, we don't have like chickens or anything like that making a bunch of noise. But that's besides the point. How's everybody doing? It's Wholesome Brent. It's good to see you guys. It's really good to see you guys get intimate and to really just connect with you guys. I think that is a value of reciprocation. Being able to engage in final conversations with you guys, because I think it's super critical that we practice our level of expression, engagement, and really just connection with, everybody that we can on a daily basis. Sincere topic today. Super sincere, super important. And it might just go over your head if you don't really understand the concept. It's about owning like where you are and starting where you are, essentially. What I mean by that is we always want to go somewhere that we're not. It's like you want stuff that you don't have. So you scramble. I know Black Friday coming up. Everybody gonna be in the store trying to scramble, trying to get stuff last minute. It's important to take inventory of the things that you do have right now. I call this expressing your level of gratitude, showing appreciation toward the things that you have right now. Start where you are. Starting where you are will level you up to get to where you want to be. What you mean by that? Like I said, it might just go over your head. Catch the jewels when you can. When you want to eat a peanut, right? You gotta break up the shell. You gotta get to the peanut just to eat the edible source of what you're trying to get to, which is the peanut. But first you gotta crack open the shell and do all the extra stuff, all the extra steps. Don't let it go over your head now. Start where you are. Show yourself a little bit more appreciation. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop making it seem like you don't have enough and you don't have what it takes. It's a hack. You have to hack yourself. Kind of like how there's a bunch of hackers out there doing what they can on the internet to do this and do that. Now, if you take all of that energy and you put it into reprogramming your thought process and the way you move and the way you see things, a wise man once said, if you change the way you look at something, the way you look at something will change. Don't let it go over your head. It's about perspective. Have some perspective. I think if you can at least acknowledge the perspective that you have, it will serve a greater purpose. You have enough. Having enough is substantial. Having enough will get you more than what you need. Stop trying to scramble. I don't even eat eggs. I mean, you can eat eggs, but stop trying to scramble is what I'm really trying to say. Like I said, don't let it go over your head. Don't let it go over your head. We can really deceive ourselves most of the times. We can deceive ourselves. We can compare. We can look at what other people have and, feel like we're inadequate. Feel like we don't have enough. It's a little sad when you do that. And really, it's human nature. I don't see that as sad. I think it's just more of a... It's something that we can't help. We can't help ourselves. As humans, as creatures, we look to see what other people have, whether we want to fit into that crowd or we want to impress or we just want to feel like we're a part of something bigger than ourselves. Essentially, it could be a positive thing when you can look at your situation, take it for what it is, and share it versus trying to scramble. Don't let it go over your head. What I'm trying to say is, stop trying to scramble. Look at your situation right now and use what you have. Stay within your range. Stop trying to overextend yourself. That's how you pull a muscle. Stay within your range. Stretch a little bit. Yeah. Stretch as much as possible. Don't overextend yourself. That's how you get hurt. That's how you experience pain. And pain can be a sincere lesson. So at the end of the day, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve can teach you. You're going to gain, you're going to learn, you're going to contribute to the situation, whether you know it or not. It's important to liberate yourself in your situation, and then we can attract the right vibes, frequency, things of that nature into our life. In this day and age, the greatest relationship you can have is with yourself. Don't let it go over your head. I'm not saying that you don't need anybody else or you don't need people to feel. What I'm really trying to say is stop looking for things outside of you to make you happy. You dig what I'm saying? If you're deprived of nutrients, you're trying to outsource something to give you some type of nutrient density, that's different. But it still is something that has to start from within. When you're deprived of something, you need something to vitalize your energy. But in this case, when you are dealing with yourself on a personal level, you find so much joy, so much satisfaction. And sometimes you gotta do some house cleaning. You clean up a bunch of cobwebs, or you know that saying. You know, you gotta clean up a bunch of that residue that's within you that it's not utilized for anything else. It's essentially mold, and you haven't taken inventory and, you know, cleaned up that house of yours. That's how you grow a healthier relationship with yourself, is by doing some house cleaning, looking at the triggers, looking at how you respond to things, looking at how you deal with things on a daily basis. Being an observer of your life is going to get you way ahead of the game. And what I mean by that is, if you can at least, and that's why I said from the jump, learn how to hack yourself. I think we're forgetting that we're special. Like, we have such potential that we don't even realize it. Say we only use so much of our brain, right? That's bizarre. I know you've seen that movie Lucy. If you haven't, check it out. It's a good movie. We're on a program at a certain time during the week. You're here, you're there. Without you even being in that situation, you might experience some drag or some delay if you're not in that course of action. You get off work at 5 o'clock, you're in traffic, right? You're usually stressed. And even when you're not in that situation, you took the day off at 5 o'clock, you might experience some level of stress because you're usually on a course. Don't let it go over your head. What I mean is taking inventory and learning how to hijack that system of yours. Do things that you want to do. Stop doing things because you're on a program. I've always done it like this. Well, change. Change, especially if you want some change. Stop expecting other people to change for you. You put on your own clothes, right? Stop expecting somebody to put your clothes on for you. Now, if you older and you elderly, that's different. But I'm saying, if you got the capability to put your own clothes on, to put your own clothes on. Stop expecting people to put clothes on for you. Don't let it go over your head. What I'm really trying to say is, condition yourself to have a healthier relationship with you. Take some work. Yeah, take some work. But start where you are. Start with what brings you joy and satisfaction. And to that point of joy and satisfaction and happiness, no one can make you happy. No one can bring you joy. None of that. It's up to you to enlighten your own self and your own self needs. Yeah, other people can add some type of value. You can consider others to be beneficial, but if you're expecting someone to make you happy, you're playing the wrong game. There's a bunch of wonderful people out here, but we get upset when they don't do what we want them to do. It's like you love somebody, right? But when they don't do what you want them to do, you stop loving them. Now, that's childish. That's childish play. Let me open up a window. I feel like it's getting dark in here. There we go. At least the blinds. That's what I meant. What was I saying? Changing the way we view our relationships and whatnot, and not looking for our relationships to... We don't want to look at our relationship. We don't want to... I just met some lady, right? She had a childhood friend for like, what, 70 years. And we can't even keep a job for 2 months. That's besides the point. I don't want to get into that. Let's stay on track. Because I can be all over the place. That's why I need structure, I need order, and I need organization. And so do you. Order will help you in the long run. If you have some habits that will keep you on track, that's going to help you in the long run. Let's get to the last point now. It's about liberation. And when I meant about hijacking your program and your system, it will lead to a form of liberation. It will bring you joy, satisfaction, and you will no longer be in bondage to your ways. If you have an addiction, you have a problem, that's an extreme, and that's something that you may have to seek out help for. In terms of having some type of self-control and some type of observation in yourself, in your life, and you can construct a different way of going about things, then I suggest you do so, because it will help you in the long run, and you will not have to be so enslaved to the things that you, like I said, usually you would be like, I always do things like this. Why though? Like, we don't even question why we do things. We just do it. My mom does it like that. Why she does it? Because her mom. Why don't you develop your own ways? I'm not saying be selfish. Certain circumstances you do have to be selfish in a way of going about things. Selfish can be touchy because we feel like, oh, you're not being careful, you're not being considerate, but that's not the case. That's not the case at all. You have to figure out your format, your system, be proud of it at the end of the day, because if it's working for you, that's what counts. What may work for me may not work for you. It's vice versa. What may work for you may not work for anybody else. When other people get in your ear, I can't do it like that. And then you start to listen like, maybe I can't do it like that either. But you've been doing it like that. So what are you saying? This has been a good engagement with you guys. And I'm glad that I can sit here, chop it up with you guys. Some things you may understand. Some things I may be clear as day. And other times I may just be speaking gibberish. You probably didn't hear nothing. You probably heard wah-wah, 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 and didn't hear nothing I just said. But it's okay. Eventually we gonna make progress. That one lap around the block may not seem a lot. You may seem like that was painful, that was useless. You keep doing that, and you're gonna make some progress. The same way how we engage with each other like this, eventually you're gonna get the message. And it's not gonna go over your head. It's gonna hit you right in the head, and you're gonna be like, dang, that hurt. But that's the point. It's about getting that experience, getting that, sometimes you gotta get knocked down so you feel what pain feels like. So you're like, damn, I don't ever want to get knocked down like that again. And when you do, you're not new to it. It's not new. That's my message for today. Some of it you could formulate and condense and just get the message. Try to get the message in what I'm saying. It's wholesome, Brent. If it resonated with you, you know what to do. Comment. If it didn't, comment. Let me know how you feel. I just like connecting with you guys and staying engaged. We got a lot more to discuss and go over. So wishing you guys well, wishing you guys a healthy closure to the year, and that we can focus. We rewrite the way we want to go about things and rewire the way we want to think about things, about hacking our system and, not being enslaved and in bondage to the things that we no longer want to produce in our life. There we have it, man. You guys take care. Happy New Year coming up. Happy holidays coming up. Stay healthy. Yeah, man. You guys be good, man. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video.